Alright guys, for today's lesson, you're going to need a sheet that says multiplying exponents. And you will find this sheet all the way towards the back of your packet on page 71. Okay, so find page 71 there. Okay, starting off with number 1. When we multiply exponents, we do multiply, but sometimes we also add, and I'll show you what I mean by that. So first thing I want to do is I'm at this problem, yx to the 4th power times 4x squared y cubed. I want to look for my coefficients first. And coefficients, remember, are the plain numbers that are in front of the variables. You don't see 1 here, which means there's really a 1. And you see a 4 here. So first thing I'm going to do is multiply the coefficients. 1 times 4. Okay, 1 times 4 gives you 4. And then I look at my variables. My variables, I want to go alphabetically if I have more than 1. So I have y's and x's. So I'm going to take this first, x to the 4th. Okay, and then I'm going to look, see here, do I have any more x's? Which I do. And it's x squared. Okay, so that's x to the 4th times x squared. Now, what that really means, if I write that out in expanded form, is you have 4 x's. And then for this one, you have 2 x's. So if you count these up, I think you would realize you got 4 and 2. There's 6 x's total. Okay? So in this case, when you have exponents and you're multiplying, we don't multiply the numbers. Instead, we add them. So I'm going to take this 4 plus the 2, and that's going to give me x to the 6. So I have 4x to the 6th. Okay? Then I look at my y's. I have 1 y here, and because I only have 1 y there and there's no exponent, I'm going to drop a 1 there just so I know it's 1 y. And then back here you have 3 y's. Well, if you had 1 y and 3 y's, that'd be 4 y's, and I can show that by doing 1 plus 3 like that. And then clean it up. So I have 4x to the 6th, y to the 4th power. Okay, double check that it is alphabetical. With your variables, you get your coefficient first, and then alphabetically, it's put together, x followed by y. And then I should check up here, and you'll see up here, sometimes the answers are not going to be in proper form like this. They didn't list it alphabetically, but it's the same thing. 4y to the 4th, x to the 6th. Okay, so I'm going to choose letter C. All right, moving on to number 2. So we're going to multiply number 2 together. I see that there's no coefficient in front, so that's really a 1. So I'm going to do 1 times this 4. Okay, so 1 times 4 gives you 4 there. Then alphabetically, I'm going to go look for my u's. So I'm going to take this u, I'm going to write it down, and there's 2 of them. Back here you have 2 more. So I'm going to show that by doing plus 2 up top. Okay, and then I'm going to look for my v's. And I see my v here, and there's 3 of them. There's no other v's. So when I clean things up over here, I have 4 u to the 2 plus 2 is 4, and then v cubed. So 4u to the 4th, v cubed is letter C. All right, why don't you guys try number 3 on your own? Okay, number 4. So I'm going to multiply these together, and again, I don't have a coefficient in front. So I'm going to drop a 1. So multiply my coefficients. 1 times the 4 gives you 4 there. And then alphabetically, I'm going to go u, and I see I have 3 u's. And it might be helpful if you got a lot of terms here. You can cross them off as you use them, just so you know you actually used it up. So 3 u's, and then back here you got 4 more. So I'm going to do 3 plus 4. Okay, v's. So I have 3 v's. Cross that off. And then I have 1 v right here. So I'm going to mark that off. I'm going to do plus 1 of those v's. Because if you don't see an exponent there, there really is one. It's just a 1. You clean things up, and it's going to be 4 u to the 7th, and then v to the 4th. So that matches up with letter A. Okay, let's do number 5. So my coefficient, I have a 4 and I have a 2. So I'm going to do 4 times 2, which gives me the 8. So I'll cross those off as I use them. Alphabetically first as x to the 4th power, there's no other x's. Cross it off, and then I'm going to look for my y's. So I have 2 y's here, cross it off, and I have a 1y back there, so I'll put plus 1. Cross it off as you used it. Clean it up. 8, x to the 4th, y, 2 plus 1, gives you 3. So 8x to the 4th, y cubed is letter D. Okay, let's look at number 6. Coefficients first, 3 and 4. So 3 times 4 gives you 12. Cross those off. Then I'll do my x's. So I have 2 x's right here. Cross that off. And I have 3 x's. So 2 plus 3 like that. And then I'll show my y's. So I have 3 y's here. And then I've got 2 y's back there. So it comes together. 12 x to the 2 plus 3 is 5. Y to the 3 plus 2, also 5. So 12x to the 5th, y to the 5th. Letter B. Okay, you guys do number 7. All right, number 8. So look for coefficients first. You don't see one here, so there's a 1. So 1 times 4 is 4. And then put my x down. I have 2 of them for here. I cross off the 1 and the 4 and that x, and then I cross off those 2 x's and write plus 2. Then I'll see my y's. I've got 2 y's here. In the back, you got 4 y's. Okay, clean it up. 4 x to the 4th, y to the 6th is our answer. All right, you guys do number 9. Okay, number 10. So start off with coefficients. You don't see 1 here, that's really a 1, so 1 times 4 gives you 4. And then we have a cubed. There's no other a's. And then we got b to the 4th. Hey, how are you? Okay, so number 10, we just had 4a cubed b to the 4th. A didn't go with anything. There was the only one there was. B didn't go with anything, so that's just the way it is. And we look up here, we'll see that it is out of proper order, but it does match up with the right variables and exponents. Okay, you can turn to page 72, the back side. And why don't you guys do number 11? Okay, looking at number 12 now. Number 12 is different because we have now 3 different pieces being multiplied. So my first coefficient is 3. My second one's a 2. And my last one's a 3. So I'm just going to multiply all those together. 3 times 2 is 6, times 3 gives you 18. Okay, and then I have my x's. So I have 1x here, so I'm going to write down a 1x. Now I'm going to cross those coefficients off. Cross that 1x off. I have 2 x's here. And in the back, you got 4 more. Okay, looking at the y's. I have 4 y's here. I've got 2 y's there. And there's no y's there. So clean it up. You got 18x. 1 plus 2 is 3, plus 4 gives you 7. And then y, 4 and 2, gives you 6. So 18x to the 7th, y to the 6th, does match up with letter D. Okay, you guys do number 13. Do number 14. 15. 16. Okay, let's do 17 together. So 17, we have no coefficient in front here, so that's really a 1. So you've got a 1 times 4 times 3. 1 times 4 is 4, times 3 is 12. So I know I use those up. And then I look for my x's. So I have 4 x's. Cross that off. I've got 1x. And I've got another 1x. Okay, then my y's, I have 3 of them. Then I've got 4 more. And then I have this 1y in the back. So clean it up, 12x, 4 plus 1 plus 1, 6. Y, 3 plus 4 plus 1, 8. So 12x to the 6th, y to the 8th. Okay, you guys are going to finish up the rest on your own now, so go ahead and knock out 18, 19, and 20.